My name's Jeannie Wright. I'm Director of the Counselling and Psychotherapy programme here. I think this programme will certainly extend your ability to be a critical consumer of research, both quantitative and qualitative and indeed mixed methods, so the whole range of ways of carrying out inquiry in counselling and psychotherapy. And because you'll also be conducting your own study at some depth, it will enable you to contribute to the counselling and psychotherapy field in evidence-based ways, which of course is what is being called for at government level and internationally as well as locally. So you may indeed support a local agency that's looking for somebody to carry out work on how effective is what we're doing with our client group. And that's the kind of question that might indeed have motivated you to start looking at this kind of postgraduate study. What this Masters by Research offers is a very unusual opportunity in the UK anyway, to conduct a study which is of some size, because the dissertation is 150 credits as opposed to the usual Masters which combines professional qualifying route with research, and there the dissertation is usually 90 credits. The question might be, because you're completely fired up by some of the research that's going on, you can see that research is absolutely vital in order to promote good practice. Another one is provision of mental health interventions in women's centres. Now, these are very real and very necessary pieces of work. So it could be that your motivation comes from that kind of fire. Equally, it may be that you've been to a conference and that you've become excited by something that's going on, maybe something more theoretical. Normally, a second-class honours degree plus 3 years professional experience is the requirement. However, there is some flexibility in that, and I'd invite interested people to contact one of us here in the Counselling and Psychotherapy department. We could certainly talk it through. The tasks there on the centralised site for a research topic in some detail, along with the kind of approach the prospective applicant is thinking of. We can be quite flexible about that. It's probable you've got some idea what you'd like to research, and it's certainly helpful if you have, because that's honestly one of the hardest stages, to come up with a reliable way of asking a research question is quite difficult. And we'd also, of course, want to match staff research interests with applicants' research interests. The first module is the research methods module, which takes a term. It's incredibly useful to meet others on the course and to form those sorts of relationships in groups. We don't expect you to actually come here to the University of Warwick very often at all. We have a blended learning delivery model, so what that means is that you'll be asked to take part in forums and to consider how you can reach your cohort and your teachers using other means of communication. After that, you see, which is only 30 credits, you are then self-directed in your learning, in the sense that you by then have chosen your topic. The 150 credits that remain are entirely carried out in the form of supervised research, and you will have meetings with your supervisors very regularly. At the moment, we're working with people who are living at a distance, so we do actually carry out that research supervision online. We would certainly invite applications from international students who are qualified in the talking therapies and have had some experience in the field. What the University of Warwick does very well is to support student applicants right through the international office, for example, in the finance office. And I'd also want to emphasise that library facilities and support facilities for postgraduate students here are second to none. The research methods module is 30 credits. The research proposal, which is the summative assessment, and we also ask you to carry out a literature review, and that's assessed in itself. You also present your research proposal to the group. It gives you that experience of standing up and talking through what it is you're going to do, possibly with the future commitment to presenting at conferences. The 150 credits is simply, it's a lot of words, it's up to 40,000 words, a dissertation which is then assessed by two academics, one internal and one external.